What is up, math superstars? Today we're starting a new SOL objective. This is 6.1 on ratios. And so to introduce this, I have a fun video for you to enjoy.
What are you going to order?
I don't know. The fish looks good.
I don't like fish. I was fishing off the coast of Alaska when Dog jumped in the water and he was all wet. It reminded me of the song about a man whose dog dies and his truck stops working, and there was something about a train. Even though my dog didn't die and I don't have a truck because I was on a boat, but it made me really sad. So once I listened to it backwards to see if the truck would start working and the dog didn't die, but it just sounded weird and I was still sad. Do you ever listen to country music backwards?
What are you even talking about?
Fish. I'm talking about fish because it reminds me of when my dog died, like that movie that had that guy in it from the other movie that was hilarious, remember? It was about space and there was the woman with the blue hair. I laughed so hard milk came out of my nose.
Oh, my phone is ringing.
I don't hear a phone.
No, really, I have to take this. That entire time, I spoke 25 words to his 175. That means for every one word I spoke, he spoke 7 words. He spoke 7 times as much as I did. 7 times! It was like me, talk, him, talk, 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 talk. Me, talk, him, talk, 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 talk. So, do you like fish?
Don't like fish.
I asked the last guy I dated about fish, and he rambled on about trucks all night. Have you ever dated someone who talks too much?
Can't trust fish.
My phone is ringing. That entire time I spoke 36 words to his 6. For every 6 words I spoke, he only spoke 1 word. I spoke 6 times as much as he did. 6 times! It was like me. Talk, 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 talk. Him. Talk. All I want is a guy that can talk with me on a 1-to-1 ratio. So, do you like fish?
I don't like fish. My roommate does, though. Do you like fish?
I do like fish. Gosh, I've been on some bad dates lately.
Funny. My roommate says the same thing.
Do your dates talk about fish?
Not really. Do yours?
One date talked about fish, had a truck, and listened to country music backwards.
My roommate talks about fish, has a truck, and listens to country music backwards.
I think I dated your roommate. Have you noticed we talk about the same amount? A 1-to-1 ratio.
Indeed, we do talk about the same amount. A 1-to-1 ratio. Brett!
Hope you enjoyed that fun video on ratios. Definition for ratios, all it is comparing 2 different quantities. And so what we can do is there's 4 ways to compare different amounts, different groups. So the first one is a part-to-part ratio in the same set. And we'll give examples for each one of these. We'll walk through each one together. We have a part-to-whole in the same set for number 2. Number 3, a part-to-part in 2 different sets. And we also have a whole to a whole set. So we compare 2 completely different sets. Down at the bottom here, there's 3 ways. There's 3 ways that we can write the ratios. 3 ways that we can write these ratios. First thing is we can use the word to. So we can write a 1-to-1 ratio. The second way is we can use a colon. Just as an example, 1:1 for the ratio. And the third way is we can make it a fraction. So you can see that right there. So our first comparison using ratios is a part-to-part ratio in the same set. So let's look up here in the very first one with the bottles. The question is, what is the ratio of red bottles to blue bottles? So all we do is count them. So we have 2 red bottles. With 2 red bottles. And then we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 blue bottles. So if we write that in a part-to-part ratio, we're going to write these 3 different ways. So we use 2, the word 2, 4, We can also say 2 colon 4. And we can also say 2 over 4. And the second question is, what is the ratio of yellow bags to green bags? So you guessed it, all we do is count them. So we have 2 yellow bags. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 green bags. So when we talk about ratios, we're going to write these 3 different ways. So we have comparing the yellow to the green. So we have 2 yellow. Use the word 2, and we have 6 green. So we'll put 6 there. We use a colon form, 2 colon 6. And we also use fraction form, 2 over 4. Next, we can do part to whole in the same set. So let's look at the bottles first. Question is, what is the ratio of red bottles to the total? So we know that there are 2 red bottles. And then we just count the total number of bottles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 total bottles. So in learning how to write these, we're going to write these 3 different ways. So we can write this with using the word 2. So we have a 2 to 6 ratio. We can use a colon, 2 dot dot 6. Or we can use a fraction form, 2 over 6. And the second question on our screen is, what is the ratio of yellow bags to total bags? So once again, we count them. We know that there are 2 yellow. And the total number of bags, we have 8 total bags. So now we need to write these 3 different ways. So we can use the word 2. So we have 2, the word 2, and the number 8. We can use colon form, 2 dot dot 8. And we can do fraction form, 2 over 8. Now let's take a look at part to part in different sets. So now we're going to compare part of the quantity of the bottles to part of the quantity of the bags. So our first question is, what is the ratio of red bottles to yellow bags? So we count the number of red bottles, 1, 2, so we have 2 red. And then we count the number of yellow bags, because they're in different sets, 1, 2, so we have 2 yellow bags. Now we can write this ratio 3 different ways. So we can use the word 2, to the number 2, the word 2, and then the number 2. We can use a colon, 2 dot dot 2. Or we can use a fraction form, 2 over 2. And our second question is, what is the ratio of yellow bags to blue bottles? So we're going to compare the yellow bags to the blue bottles. So first, let's count the yellow bags. We have 2 yellow bags. And then how many blue bottles we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 4 blue bottles. So when using our ratio, we're going to compare these 2 different ways here. Or we've already compared them. Now let's write them out, part to part in 2 different sets. So let's write a ratio. We can write it as a 2 using the word 2, and then the number 4. We can use a 2 dot dot 4 for the colon, and then we can put it in fraction form, 2 over 4. And our last ratio comparison, we're going to do whole to whole ratios. So we're going to compare the total in one set to the total in another set. So for the first question, what is the ratio of total bottles to total bags? So we know the total bottles are 1, 2, 3, 4. We know there's 6 bottles. And we know there's 8 bags. So we need to write this ratio 3 different ways. We can write it as 6, the word 2, number 8. We can also do the colon form, 6 dot dot 8. And then we can also write in fraction form, 6 over 8. And the question at the bottom, what is the ratio of total bags to total bottles? Well, we already wrote it right up here. We wrote it right there. Except this time, it's asking total bags to bottles. So when we write this ratio, we're going to write it out as with the 8 first, because we're doing the bags first. The word 2, 6. We can use the colon form, 8 dot dot 6. Or we can write as a fraction, 8 over 6.